The Red Sox are in Chicago for Game 2 at the White Sox, trying to put last night behind them as fast as they can. Romy Gonzalez getting a start at first base today. He'll be leading off as well against his old club here at Wright Field. Dave O'Brien alongside Lou Merloni. Thanks for being with us. And Jemai Webster joins us in just a couple of moments. It was an ugly one last night, about as ugly as it gets for the Red Sox, Lou. 5 errors, 11 strikeouts, a couple of areas that really crippled them at times last year.
It was the worst game all year long. And you're not going to beat anybody playing baseball the way you did last night, and they know it. But the problem is it's really similar to last year. As a matter of fact, it's worse. When you look at the strikeouts, errors, and unearned runs, where they ranked last year to where they are right now. But here's the reality. Today's the 16th game. You're 10% into the season. It's still early. And when you look at the American League standings, no one's running away with this thing. Everyone is grinding this season out. You're a game and a half out. You haven't played great baseball. You like to see it start here tonight, Obi.
Well, Richard Fitz could really use a little run support. He gets the ball for Game 2 today. Garrett Crochet tomorrow as the Red Sox try to play better baseball in Chicago. The second tilt from the Windy City coming your way next. Red Sox Baseball on NESN is brought to you by Audi. Visit your local tri-state Audi dealer today. WB Mason. Request your food service catalog today at WBMason.com. Sullivan Tire and Auto Service, celebrating 70 years in business. And by BuyAToyota.com. For offers not seen on TV, visit BuyAToyota.com. Red Sox, White Sox, Jarren Duran out of the lineup today, very early in the season. It took a long time before that happened last year. For more on that, let's get down to Jemai Webster.
Thank you very much, Dave. That's right. Jarren Duran given what is expected to be his first regular off day on a scheduled game day of the season. Red Sox manager Alex Cora told us earlier, Jarren Duran is a guy that they have to take care of. You remember last year he was just 2 games shy of playing all 162. It appears that goal, at least for now, won't be accomplished just yet. But talking to him earlier inside the clubhouse, he told us had he been able to, he certainly would have.
Yeah, I think I would have been fine, but I trust AC and he has a plan for everything. So I mean, whatever he says goes, and I'm all in on whatever he says.
How you feeling right now, offensively, and your body? And I mean, it's only a couple weeks in, but just the wear and tear, I guess, early on.
Body feels good. Feel a little off at the plate, but I mean that's just baseball. But I mean I feel like I'm so close, but yet so far. I mean I'm walking a little bit. I feel like I work myself into good counts, and then just one pitch gets me, either like a backup slider or backup changeup or something like that. So I feel like I'm right there. Maybe when when it heats up, the balls will move the way they're supposed to move, and I'll actually touch them. But it's just baseball right now, so I'm just going through it, but it's normal.
So uncharted territory for Duran. He said he's going to have to find a way to stay occupied during the game. Well, while he's out, Romy Gonzalez is in playing first base and starting there for the 4th time this season. He is ready to square off against his former team, playing behind Richard Fitz, who has been really good for the Red Sox this season. Gone 6 innings in each of his previous 2 starts. First pitch from the south side of the Chi.
To you by Subaru of New England and the all-new 2025 Subaru Forester. SubaruofNewEngland.com. Plymouth Rock, the official auto and home insurance provider of the Boston Red Sox. By Viva Tequila Seltzer. Get your Viva Tequila Seltzer at all Shaw's and Star Markets across New England. And by Nissan. Shop NissanUSA.com today. Well, the Woo Sox were snowed out today. The surprise April snow dropped 4 inches on Polar Park in Worcester, and a snowman, the handiwork of one Marcel Meyer, and apparently can do it all. Not bad.
Shouldn't be snow right now, Obi. I'm not going to lie to you, but got to keep yourself busy. A little snowman.
No such conditions here in Chicago. It's actually a beautiful day. Windy and sunny. Red Sox lineup is brought to you by Plymouth Rock. Romy Gonzalez without the mustache today. He's at first base, hitting .467. So a very early off day for one Jarren Duran. And Trevor Story swinging a pretty good bat. He's hit a couple of home runs. He's been running a lot. He has 5 stolen bases. Red Sox need a fast start, 5 or 6 right away desperately today against the White Sox starting pitcher, the lefty Martin Perez. You remember him from his Sox days in Boston. He's 1-0 with a .073 ERA. He's had a very solid 14-year career.
Well, let's take a look at the White Sox defense. Third base, Miguel Vargas back at third. Chase Mydroth, he'll slide over to shortstop with Lenin Sosa at second base, Andrew Vaughn at first. In the outfield, left to right, you got Taylor, Robert Jr., and Palacios with Omar Narvaez behind the plate.
Here are your umpires today, presented by M&T Bank. And Paul Clemens will take care of balls and strikes. Brian Walsh at first. Adrian Johnson at second. Quinn Walcott makes the calls at third. We're available. This telecast can be heard in Spanish by selecting the SAP button on your TV remote. SAP brought to you by Toyota Certified Used Vehicles. As mentioned, the weather very, very nice. 57 degrees and sunny. We're getting there. And a ballpark that isn't packed, but For the White Sox, a lot of fans here today. They had a whiskey crawl going, and there are throwback jerseys as well. So they're ready to go.
Boy, are they ever. Whiskey crawl, huh?
Yes.
3:10 start out here in Chicago. Let's go.
Romy goes after the first one, and we're underway. Why did he shave the stash? Do you know?
You know, I don't know, but I can tell you right now, if I start the year off 7 for 15, I'm not changing anything.
0-2.
Yeah, he said he loved the look. He kept it all winter. Got off to a hot start. Gone goes the stash.
And that'll miss for a ball. Perez, the left-hander, has pitched 2 strong games so far. 6 scoreless, 9 strikeout innings against Minnesota. 6 1/3, 1 run against Detroit.
Been good for 2 games. Been around the league a long time. Location is everything. Coming out a lot of change-ups. Of course, Romy playing with the team that drafted him back in 2018 in the 18th round. Last year had 1 start, went 3 for 4. A little revenge for releasing him.
He's gone from 0-2 to a full count. Red Sox didn't score last night until the 7th inning.
Yeah, enough with that. Let's score some runs, let's play some defense, let's walk out here and have some fun today.
Payoff pitch from Martin Perez, and he's going to put him on. That'll be ball 4.
You know, and it starts with that, to be honest with you. Controlling the zone, not expanding, swinging at strikes. Make this guy get the ball in the middle of the ballpark, in the middle of the plate rather, and swing it. Take a look at his arsenal. It's brought to you by WB Mason. That cutter is big for him. The sinker, changeup, pretty much 3-pitch guy. Fastball is going to be about 88. He's done a nice job locating here so far this year. Guy's only hitting 100 off him, Obi.
Here's Raffy at 268 with a home run. Drew a couple of more walks last night, so he's walked 11 times. He led the Red Sox in walks last year with 67, but is on a much better pace this year. And Bregman to follow.
Well, let's see Raffy find it here against lefties this year. This is a guy that's, you know, obviously hitting righties better, but last year was really down, 230 against lefties. That was part of the issue. OPS was under 700. He and Duran, that's 2 tough bats when a lefty's on the mound.
0-2, he stays in there. Red Sox committing 5 errors last night, leading to 6 unearned runs. They now lead the majors with 19 errors. Not that the pitching was overly sharp. Staff gave up 12 hits too, but defense put him in a hole time and time again. A swing and a miss, and of course that's the other thing we talked about in the open, all the strikeouts. Red Sox easily leading Major League Baseball in that category.
Yeah, lefty on lefty changeup here. He's been going to it a lot early on. It's a pitch that Martin is very comfortable with. You don't see it a lot. Same side changeup, but he's used it all year long against lefties.
Bregman 290, 2 home runs. Had a double last night. He's a lot of experience against Martin Perez. 39 career at bats, 10 hits, 256. Never a home run against this guy. Romy can fly. Get a lefty up there and missed.
I saw Alex this morning. He likes hitting here. He's talking, you know, get hit by a pitch, but then the double, that fly ball to left, different time of year, is gone. It's about 10 rows up.
Yep.
Hit the ball hard to third base. Sees the ball real well here in this ballpark. 375 career.
Rolls that one to third. Gobbled up by Vargas. Got it out there, and they're going to turn the double play to get out of the inning. Nothing for the Sox in the first here in Chicago. lineup by Will Venable, the Princeton guy, former Red Sox bench coach as well. He'll have Vargas to lead things off. Maton and then Robert, and then Vaughn Palacios. Chase Meidroth last night breaking into the big leagues and doing it with success. He had a base hit. He walked 3 times. And he's playing short today against his former organization. Fouled away by Vargas. Against the Red Sox starting pitcher, brought to you by BuyAToyota.com. Richard Fitz 0-2, 450. He's posted twice, and he's been very steady. A pair of 6 innings, 3-run quality starts.
You know, first pitch out of the gate, too, is 96. That's what I want to see. I want to see spring training Fitz. Right, 94.6 he's averaging through 2 starts. That's the same as last year's fastball. Well, the big thing with him in spring, right, was the big velocity jump. It was 96, 97. Now, he was up to 95.5 in Texas, dropped at home. It was cold. We'll see. I'd like to see some velo here from Richard.
Well, despite good efforts, he's taken the loss each time, Texas and Toronto. In fact, he has made his 6 starts with the Red Sox in his career. He's never won a game, despite throwing the ball quite well at times.
He's 0-6. He's still got a 2.76 ERA in his career in 6 starts. They've scored 13 total runs for him in those 6 starts.
2-2 to Vargas. Wrapped to short. And Story on target, 1 away.
Let's take a look at the Red Sox defense presented by Bigelow Tea across the infield. Bregman back at third base with Story and Campbell up the middle. Romy Gonzalez gets the start at first base. In the outfield, left to right. Day off for Duran. It'll be Refsnyder, Rafaela, and Abreu with Carlos Narvaez behind the plate.
Sends up the DH Nick Maton, hitting 185 with a couple of home runs. We were going up and down their lineup before last night's game. They have a lot of hitters with similar numbers to this guy. They had scored a total of 16 runs during an 8-game losing skid. They got 11 last night. Fouled away.
Yeah, and I like the fact he's just pounding the zone. You mentioned, you look up and down this lineup, you know, they're not swinging it, they're not scoring a ton of runs, but when you get every hitter 1-0, 2-0, 3-1, you turn them into much better hitters. You know, and Newcomb last night falling behind some guys. Richard just attacking here, getting ahead.
He battled a cold at Fenway facing Jose Barrios and the Blue Jays last time out. He did walk 4 men, but that's unlike him. Of course, Santa Rafaela really helped him with that spectacular catch on the first play of the game. Did he offer? No. Walcott says no.
There's that curveball he brought into play. Kind of really worked on it in the offseason. Wanted to bring it out this year. Didn't have it last year. It's a good drop to it there. Good eye, change the eye level.
He takes care of him with that pitch. With that breaking ball, he gets the first 2 down in the opening frame.
Going right back to it. This one here was more getting a little bit of the strike zone. Left it up, but he got away with it. Let's take a look at his arsenal. It's presented by Audi. See his last couple outings I mentioned. Had the fastball in Texas. Cold day in Toronto. Not so much. We've seen 96 a few times here. That slider sweeper plays.
Robert, the bat busted. Bregman will barehand and fire on. And a nice job there by Gonzalez to hang onto the bag and retire the side. Bregman with a nifty pick, too. They go 1-2-3. In the second inning, no score after one. Rob getting a nod against the lefty, hitting .333. Then Trevor Story and then Christian Campbell. Rob in left field today. Now, if the Red Sox are to be the team they are confident they are, this chunk of the schedule is where they have to get rolling. They've got 13 in a row against teams that are sub 500, including 7 with the White Sox. That started last night. Tampa Bay and Seattle also on the schedule. Right now the Red Sox overall at 7-8.
Well, two main things, right? Number one, catch the baseball. Ball security. Don't give them any extra outs.
Line drive caught by Vargas. One away.
And talking about ball security, here it is right here. Bregman comes in. I was a little surprised he went bare hand, maybe glove to the hand, but he does anyways. Tough to get that grip, but Romy Gonzalez does a nice job kind of holding the bag. Kind of just felt like a big first inning to make this play by Romy, just to not feel like you're back in it again.
Sure as heck don't need an error to start it. Trevor Story, 263 pair of home runs. He was 1 for 4 last night.
And that's the defensive side, right? Secure the baseball. Offensively, get him in the middle of the plate, right? And this guy's really going to test that patience. He's going to cut it just in, going to change up down and away, as we saw in that first inning. Romy got a pitch out in the middle, or Refsnyder did, rather, hit it hard. Pitch selection. Hold up.
He's a smart guy. He's been around a long time, as we mentioned. He's pitched for 6 different ball clubs, including the Red Sox. Since 2019, he's pitched for that many. Red Sox in 21. Went 7-8, mostly as a starter. Little trickler toward third. Vargas is going to be tested. He will fire, and not in time. That'll be a base hit for Trevor Story. Red Sox with their first knock on the day.
Yeah, Martin, like you said, been around a long time, right? Not the most overpowering stuff, so it's really simple. We know what his career is like. He will have a month where he throws the ball real well, and he's confident, and he's locating on the edges. And then he'll miss location over the middle, and he'll pay the price for it. Right now, after 2 starts, he's been pretty locked in with location. They're going to have to get him over the middle of the plate.
Here's Campbell, hitting .333 with 2 home runs. He has not played a major league game yet where he didn't reach base. All 14 batting stats presented by your local Honda dealers. And playing second today. Trevor Story, another stolen base last night. He's really running well. He has 5 steals. That is one area of the game the Red Sox have excelled.
Hitting over 300 now in his last 10 coming into this one. Getting his hits. Defensively always solid, and run the bases well.
He holds, and that'll miss. We have the changeup.
Trevor's got a really big lead over there at first base, and Martin lifts that leg up. He's jumping back to first. He's anticipating a throw. I wonder if he's just sort of setting that up. It's a good sized lead.
Not taken off and flicked foul. Should be an awful lot of fun tomorrow afternoon. At 2:10, Garrett Crochet facing his former team. Coming in with a 1-1 record, a 1.45 ERA. Got a nice ovation here when they played a vignette of his brief career with the White Sox on the big board last night. And 2-2 on Campbell. Late cut, he struck him out. Second K for Perez, and 2 gone.
Go back to a cutter right on the edge. Tried to fight it off, right, to buy himself another pitch. Good location.
Abreu starting against the lefty. .364, 3 home runs, driven in 12. No score at top of the second. Well, with a couple of knocks last night, he needed those. He had gone 0 for 15. Had a single and a double.
Yeah, that batting average was dropping close to 330.
That's really panicking.
I like the start against the lefty. He wanted to give Duran a day off. I think Willier has had a few opportunities to face lefties, and he's shown well. Had really good at-bats, drawn a couple of walks. He's only 1 for 4, but there's 2 walks in there as well. He looks controlling the zone.
It's the way Alex Cora likes to do it, right? When a guy breaks in, he's not going to get a lot of starts if he's a left-hander against a left-hand pitcher, and going out there a long way, Sosa to make the play and retire the side. 1 hit, 1 left.
Back here on the south side, still scoreless in the second. And Lou, you mentioned Richard Fitt's 6-pitch arsenal, which features that 4-seam fastball that he throws about 34% of the time. But that actually led me to an interesting conversation about the pitch usage among the Red Sox staff with pitching coach Andrew Bailey. Bailey, of course, bucking against that narrative of the organization being married to the off-speed stuff. He told me it's not all fastballs are created equal. He thought it was funny that
this one lifted into left field. Refsnyder right there for the putout.
He thought it was funny that the organization was viewed as hating fastballs when it's about wanting guys to know themselves well, he said, and understanding what can generate that swing and miss in and out of the zone, which is important. Fitz, of course, can touch 96. He's been a little lower with the velo the last couple of starts, but he's one of the guys with the quality 4-seam in addition to the Garrett Crochets, the Walker Buehlers, and there are other guys who can throw those 4-seams at the high velocity.
He throws a lot of strikes.
Yeah. And yeah, last year they tricked him, for the first couple months or so. Like somebody like Cutter Crawford, who had a great fastball in 2023, really didn't go to it much. Now we know, a lot to do with the injury. But for me, it was like that first time through. I'm watching Garrett Crochet throwing over 50% cutters. And I'm like, no, not him. Now he's fixed that. He's going to his fastball. Bueller, the same thing.
Right, and that great changeup. Just a little bit low. You count 3-0 on Palacios. Chase Meidroth on deck after a highly successful big league debut. It's going to be ball 4. So Palacios will take the walk on 4 straight. And Meidroth will. He walked 3 times last night. He was talking to the Chicago writers after the game. He said, it's not like I'm looking to walk. That's not my focus when I go in there. But I am a very selective guy. I like to think I only swing at strikes.
Yeah. In that quote, he had one of the best quotes I think I've ever heard. And every hitter should go by it. He said, I'm trying to win as many pitches as I can. And that's what this is all about, right? Take a ball off the plate, I won that pitch. Swing at a strike, I won that pitch. That's how he goes about it.
He'll loop that one for a base hit into right center field. Palacios had to wait to see if it might be caught. He's into second. And this kid is something. He's 2 for 2. He does not know what it's like to make an out in the big leagues yet.
No, he doesn't. Like, you know, once in a while you kind of turn left and you go back to your dugout. This guy just keeps going to first base, just gets inside of it, and this is what he does. This is as advertised, right? He's going to swing at strikes, going to spray line drives all over the field. Maybe not leave the yard, but just a good hitter.
Over 100 walks last year in the Sox system. Here's Sosa. Lenin Sosa 250 with a home run.
You know, but as a hitter, if you keep that philosophy trying to win every pitch, you also put the previous pitch in the past. You know, a lot of times, you know, a guy calls a strike and you're not happy about it. Well, that pitch is over. I'm trying to win the next one. It's a great approach.
Really is. Man, does it work for him. Helps to have a great eye and a great command of the strike zone like he does. And you can move him around, play him different positions too. He was at second base last night. He's at short today. Fitz looking for a ground ball. Fouled away instead by Sosa.
Richard doing a nice job changing up his looks at second. Palacios looking to get a jump, looking to gain momentum. Meidroth looking to take off behind him, but keeps looking back there. Once you get that base runner at second to hop back to second, kind of lose that momentum, you deliver the pitch.
Palacios at second, Meidroth leading at first. Play on at second, a tag down but not in time to get Palacios. Red Sox have dropped 4 out of 5 since that 5-game winning streak. 0-2. Did he offer? He did. That's strike 3. Sosa on a swing and miss. Second strikeout for Fitz.
It's a big strikeout. It's what you needed, right? Elevate that fastball. Looks like it's got a little cut to it here today. A little late cut action sitting at 95. A couple of cousins, Omar and Carlos. A little chat before the at-bat, maybe. How's your aunt? How's my aunt doing? How's your mom doing?
Guarantee it. And then your enemies for a minute. Omar 333, no homers. There's 2 men on but 2 out. Nothing game in the second inning in Chicago. And Fitz trying to hold. Fouled away. Red Sox will be heading on to sunny Tampa after this series and 3 games against the Rays. First meeting with the division rivals this year. That one got by him. Four-seamer, that was good velocity, 96. 1-2. Hot shot, but foul down the right field line. He was too quick on that. Michael A. Taylor had a big night last night, is up next, if given the opportunity for the White Sox. He had 3 hits yesterday. They lead off first and second.
Feels like a big at bat, doesn't it, early on?
Does.
You got a team that's not winning many games. They put 11 runs on you. They're feeling pretty good. You don't want that momentum to continue. Maybe go to that little curveball swing and miss here.
Trying to snuff it out here. A high fly ball, but not deep. Racing in Abreu. He's there. 4 out, number 3. 2 stranded. Coming away in Chicago, Red Sox and the White Sox, and my partner Lou Merlone doing anything he can to change the Red Sox luck here and get some runs on the board.
Well, it's time to stand up. Sitting down ain't working. I'm a superstitious man. Obi,
you ain't lying.
Let's stand up and see if we can do something. Wait to see what's next.
Narvaez will take a strike. I can't wait.
That's it. I got to stand.
Well,
I got to change it up a little bit.
I hear you.
Changed my breakfast this morning.
0-1 too high. What'd you go with this morning?
Well, you know, yesterday I found a nice little diner. It wasn't $100, which was nice. What Cooper did, and had some eggs and bacon. You know, traditional breakfast. So today I had to go omelet. Gotta switch things up. See, look at that, 2-1 already.
It's a lot of games, man. You know, it's 147 to go. You have the opportunity to change some luck. It's a lot of games.
I got to stand up for the next 150. I'm in trouble.
You might. Especially if Sox get like 7 in this inning. A little looper into right field for Palacios. And that's how the inning begins on the flyout. Cedar Rafaela will be next. Cedar got drilled with a pitch last night. And for a little while, a few seconds anyway, it looked like he might have to leave, but he hung in there. The batting average down to 190. So his cold start continues. 42 at bats. It does not make a season, but I'd like to get going today.
Yeah, we saw from him last year right out of the gate. Tough April. Had a nice little May, June, July. This is a tough one for him because he really has to be patient. Can't expand the zone. Make Perez come in it.
Romy Gonzalez on deck. Taking on Martin Perez, now 33 years old. And he'll drop a strike in. Martin 90 and 87 in his career. 269 starts, 4.44 ERA. He's won a ring with Texas a couple of years ago. He was on their staff with the Rangers when they won it all. His best year, 2022. He went 12-8 with the Rangers, 2.89 ERA, and made the All-Star team that year. Nobody aboard, one down. And Cedon will make contact and knock it backward.
You know, this is the guy Perez. We'll see second time through the order. The wind is blowing in here from left field. The ball is not going to go anywhere. So you put the power bat in your back pocket. And now you become a hitter, right? Let's use the big part of the field. Stay on something. Drive it the other way. Shorten up. Because he's not throwing it right down the middle.
At short, Meidroth with the stop, man on target. And 2 down. And Romy Gonzalez in the leadoff spot here today. Threw a walk in the first inning. We check out the storylines presented by FanDuel. And for Romy, the odds on a couple or more hits and an RBI. And he'll take ball 1. Jarren Duran 0 for 5 last night. Getting a night off, a day off, is planned by Alex Cora. And that one will drift a little bit and miss, and the count 2-0.
And we'll see what happens late in the game, but he sounded like he wanted to give him a day off, like just away from it for a day. Maybe you see him, maybe you don't.
Didn't happen last year until deep into the summer for Jarren Duran. Devers next. So far just the 1 hit.
A violation on Romy here to make it 3-1.
With 2 down and a 3-1 from the lefty. And walks him again. This one coming with 2 out in front of Devers.
Again, back-to-back walks for Romy, kind of having a nice approach. This is Martin wants you to expand. He is preying on aggressiveness. And Romy's just not doing it.
Raffy is struck out in the first inning. So he is now 3 for 8 against Martin Perez with a couple of doubles. And looks at strike 1. Questioning Paul Clemens. Gonzalez a decent lead. And away from Raffy Devers. Red Sox here in the month of April hitting .277. Scoring just 9 runs in their last 5 games. Hitting .193 in that span.
It's been a lot of hot and cold. Right, some really bad offensive stretches. One great weekend. Kind of making those numbers look maybe a little bit better than they are, at least on a consistent basis.
2-1. He came up empty on a big cut. I thought the best series the Red Sox had in terms of balance was in Baltimore.
No doubt. It wasn't an offensive just. I mean, they hit like 240 with runners in scoring position. It's just that they didn't hit 70. You know, they got a couple of hits, play good D, some pitching.
Won that series, came home, swept the Cardinals, just knocked the cover off the ball against St. Louis. And then Toronto came in and took the first 3. So Red Sox have kind of been all over the map in the early going. 2-2. And in there for strike 3. Raffy caught looking. He strikes out for the second time today. Bottom third, Taylor leading off here against Richard Fitz, and a 0-0 game. Fitz 250 with a home run, 3 hits last night. And the White Sox win. They are now 3-10 on the year. Beating the Red Sox last night, they snapped an 8-game losing skid. Of course, they lost a record number of games last year. Modern record 121 times. Vargas next. And in tight near the hands. Fitz so far 2 strikeouts, a walk and a hit. And the righty's 2-1. And third, Bregman to his left. 1 away. Top of the order, Vargas next.
Fans in Connecticut, Massachusetts, and Rhode Island, step up to the plate and support the Red Sox Foundation through the Red Sox Charity License Plate Program. You can learn more at redsoxfoundation.org/plates.
Really impressive crowd today.
Yeah, we could tell right when we came to the ballpark. A lot of people out. A lot more than last night, I'll tell you that much. This actually looks crowded.
Vargas is grounded out to short.
Win a ball game, they show up.
You have some ways to lure them here to the south side, which they're doing today. Scott Pacenik was here, throwing out a first pitch. Very popular White Sox former player. And he got a rousing hand. Memories of winning times with the White Sox.
Good player.
Yeah, fast. Fouled back by Vargas. Vargas acquired from the Dodgers last July. Part of an 8-player, 3-team deal. St. Louis was also involved. They loft that to center field. Cesar Raffaello right there. And there's 2 fast outs here in the 3rd inning. Nick Maton next. He whiffed his first trip.
And the shadows now kind of getting about halfway to the pitcher's mound. Just annoying for the hitter. And I tell you, kind of with Martin Perez, the one pitch I always felt like was really difficult was the changeup. Tough to pick it up, tough to see that spin.
Do you have any tricks as a hitter when you were hitting in shadows like this?
Yeah, don't miss the fastball.
Yeah, that's a good one.
That was pretty much my philosophy my whole career.
Looked like he got fooled there, and he swung the bat, and the count is 0-2.
It's a good changeup. Good changeup by Fitz. Of course, that kick change, we saw the kid last night. Boy, that was impressive. Davis Martin, that change was different. That one there had similar action down and away.
Seems like everybody's got one this year. Swing and a miss, blew it right by him with a 4-seamer. Good giddy up on it too. 1-2-3. Top 4 underway. Bregman has taken ball 1. Nothing here. Red Sox kind of the same pattern they've had recently, not getting on the board right away, but Lou Merlone is destined to change that.
Sleeves up.
No jacket.
No, it's not that cold.
It's mind over matter, brother.
I gotta give it a bid.
Bregman double play ball in the first inning. I'm sure Alex would agree. He's been American League Player of the Week. He's had a 6 RBI game. A lot of good things have happened to him right off the top. He's going to strike out here. He will walk away unhappy there. A K in the book.
Well, back to a cutter. Again, good location here from Martin. Might have been a little bit off the plate, but it's a good 2-strike pitch.
Number 4 for the left-hander. Rob Refsnyder eyes a strike. I was going to say about Alex Bregman, with all the good things that have happened, he probably still feels he ought to have about 18, 20 RBIs by now. So he's had those opportunities, and no swing there by Refsnyder. Not in this instance. He was leading off the inning.
Yeah, he's got 23 at-bats with guys in scoring position. 5 for 23 and leads the team with opportunities.
At short, Mydroth with a long throw. 2 down. Perez mowing down the Sox here. 1 infield hit. That's what the Red Sox have so far, and that was this man, Trevor Story.
Join us at Fenway Park May 15th for the Cedar Rafaela bobblehead giveaway. You can get a Rafaela playing shortstop or center field. I'll be one of the first 7,500 fans to find out. Get your tickets now at redsox.com/promos. They got 2 different kinds of bobbleheads for him, huh?
That's the new thing, yeah.
Center fielder and a shortstop.
Yep.
Wow. It's big time.
I want a Cedar bobblehead of him making that sprawling play on the warning track up against the bullpen the other day. One of the better catches you're going to see. It was on the first pitch of the game.
Yeah. That'll wake you up.
The Red Sox need somebody to wake up the club offensively. Perez faced only 3 batters in the first inning. Trying to do that again here in the 4th with the bases empty and 2 down. That's a bullet into left field for a base hit. So Story has both of the hits so far. He's 2 for 2.
He got a little hanger. Kind of stayed inner half. That's the thing, Martin. He's not going to give you too much inner half, and he's certainly not going to blow it by you. So I'd like to see, to me, when you're struggling offensively, the answer is always the other way. You start driving the ball here, right center gap if you're a righty, right field. Allows you to stay on the changeup, breaking ball cutter that he throws you. You can pull side that. Sox been kind of pull happy here early on.
Haven't had a man as far as second base yet today. There goes Story. Here's the throw down. He slides in safely. It's already 6 stolen bases for him. And into scoring position finally.
Yeah, we're talking his first at bat when he was on there, kind of had that big lead, always going back to the bag, trying to lull him to sleep. And here, first pitch, he takes off and gets number 6. First move.
1-0 to Campbell. The rookie struck out in the second inning, 0 for 1. Last night singled in the second inning and in the 7th. Been on base in all 14 games in his major league career. And now he has a 3-0 count.
It's a tough guy to let it loose 3-0, right? Change up, cutting it on you. It's not like you got some guy that's going to challenge you with a heater outer half.
Story, the runner at second. Hey, look at the strike.
Look at that 3-0 changeup. Not going to give in, especially lefty on deck, man. Open base.
Three-one. He unloaded with that swing. He got another changeup. 3-2. Martin is cagey.
Throw a 3-1. Usually throw a 3-2.
And the payoff pitch. And he missed with that. That's going to be ball 4. So he has walked 3 men today. 2 on now for Willier.
Campbell getting on base again. That was really good discipline. That's what's impressive about that kid. That's kind of veteran-esque, right? Came back 3-1 changeup. I think he might throw it again here 3-2, and he lays off. That's an easy swing and miss if you're just looking for a heater.
And runners in scoring position. Red Sox giving themselves an opportunity right here with Abreu. 0 for 1 to pop to second. Again, the Red Sox didn't manage to score until the 7th inning yesterday. Hammered along first, foul. So Abreu in the hole. Well, he got Bregman on strikes to begin the inning. He got Ref Snyder to tap to short. Then Story hit a hard one into left for a base hit, stole second. Campbell taking ball 4. Best scoring chance of the day so far for Boston. And the 0-2 upstairs. Red Sox over the last 8 or 9 games have really suffered with runners in scoring position. He'll drop that one downstairs. Abreu trying to pick one out and drive it on the 2-2 with 2 out. And will step off.
First pitch was 90-mile-an-hour heater. I think after that first fastball, you got to just forget about that pitch, because everything is soft after that, and fight it off if you see it again.
Up and in.
And there you go. He came back with it, but 3-2. I don't think you can bank on another heater. This isn't a guy that challenges you with 90. Changeup has been the go-to pitch when he's been in trouble.
Story at second, Campbell at first. 3-2. And in there for strike 3 with the change. And the Red Sox waste an opportunity. They will strand 2 more. Well, the pitch on Abreu was a dandy actually by Perez. On a changeup to strike him out. Robert leading off here in the bottom of the fourth. Take another look.
Well, he went to that changeup and he just dotted this thing. He could have called it a ball, but Perez would have wanted it. It's a good pitcher's pitch.
Robert couldn't contain himself. A swing and a miss, and here's the reaction.
See Cora in the back too. He believes it was down.
Apparently. Guys getting a little bit tight, a little frustrated.
Yep.
Red Sox left 2. Jam shot back foul by Robert. He'll be followed by Vaughn and then Palacios. It's 3-4-5 for Chicago.
Well, as we said, the longer it goes, tight ball game, you start having a team that pulled out a W last night. They start believing in themselves. You're in a ball game here.
Shot to right field, but Abreu will cover this and one away. In front of Andrew Vaughn. It is not a lineup chock full of stars. In fact, if you look ahead the next couple of years for Chicago, maybe the brightest star potentially in the lineup is Chase Meidroth of all these guys. He just made his big league debut last night. Of course, acquired in the Crochet deal from the Red Sox. Vaughn's 0 for 1 with a fly to left. He's 0 for 6 in a series. He's hit the ball in the air 5 times for an out. This is a guy they thought would be in their lineup for many years as a potential star. He would not offer there. Just hasn't happened for Vaughn. Yankees leading the Giants in the Bronx 7-4. They're in the 6th inning. And a strike to make it 3-1.
This kid was the 3rd overall pick in 2009. And you're right. I mean, he's hit some home runs in that 17-19 range, but looking for more.
Yeah, they were hoping for a lot more. Like a bona fide slugger.
Difference in a guy hitting 15, 17 to 25 to 30, right? That's who you're kind of hoping he was. 3rd overall.
Yeah, has not made that leap. 3-2 fouled away. So Fitz into his 4th inning. The White Sox have 1 hit off him. That was Meidroth, the single in the 2nd. He's 2 for 2 to begin his big league career. The pitch struck him out. 2 down.
Sinker had some good action, trying to run it up and in on him. Just blew right by him. Again, location, right? Give me it right on top of that zone. I think you can get by him all day.
He's fan 4. He walked this man Palacios the first time in the 2nd inning. Last game of this series tomorrow afternoon. And that will be at 2:10. Garrett Crochet against the White Sox, his former club, and right-hander Shane Smith, who's been pretty good.
He's another one of those guys with this kick change. We saw it last night from Martin. They're going to get another long look at it tomorrow.
Palacios has been with Toronto, Washington, and Pittsburgh, so he's bounced around a little bit. And a 2-1. Rolled over on that. Campbell at 2nd. And it's a 1-2-3 for Fitz here in the 4th. Powered by Salem 5 Bank on a sunny day here in Chicago. No score. And they're doing some mound work as well in between innings, so the crew is out to take care of that. Right now we toss it down to Jemai.
Well, OB, we're talking about Romy Gonzalez and being an 18th round pick of the Chicago White Sox, and now has turned himself into quite the super utility player for the Red Sox at this particular time in his career. But I spoke with him about returning back to Chicago, the place that, gave him his first shot in the big leagues to be a major leaguer. And he said that part certainly very special. But we are trying to come up with the reasons why they would release him. And I asked him if he has time and distance between that transaction, has he come to understand it? He said that he's just coming off a major injury and surgery, so maybe that worked into why they let him go. But it's worked out for him. He said he's turned into a better player. He's developed with the Red Sox, and he'll also become a much better person too.
Well, he's a good player, here in Boston. And you do sort of look at this team, and last year especially, and say, how do you let him go? But you kind of think of Christian Arroyo, right? Can never be healthy. So you never really got to look at him. And when it was, well, what are we doing? We got these other kids that we want to see what they are. And they moved on. There was a ton of injury from Romy here in Chicago, so left him out there. Credit the Red Sox to bringing him over. He's been healthy. He's been a really good player for you.
A nice skill set, do a lot of things, play multiple positions. He can run. Been on base twice today. So they have fixed up the mound for Martin Perez. And it is on to the 5th as the Red Sox bats continue to slumber here. Just a couple of singles by Trevor Story, that's all. And now Narvaez, who's 0 for 1, he's flat out to right field. Rafaela after him, then the top of the order, and that's Romy today. 2 hits for Boston, 1 for Chicago.
Carlos 0 for his last 13. He started off 6 for 13. And really, this would be a good guy for him. One thing was impressive, he stayed up the middle, stayed on the ball, hit it the right field.
They'll foul that one off into the stands. Red Sox catchers collectively are 10 for 67. Got to help a little bit. A lot of that was Connor Wong before he got hurt. He was 2 for 20. Missed inside, and 2-2. Red Sox had a couple of base runners, a chance in the 4th inning, but Abreu was called out on strikes. And he's gone full.
Well, this lineup should have enough offense to kind of just have your catchers be guys that work the staff, block the baseball, frame it, throw some guys out.
3-2. That's a shot into left field and down for a base hit. Narvaez snapping that over, and the Red Sox have the leadoff man on.
And that's what he was doing his first 4 or 5 starts, right? Quality at bats, change up, he left it up. But again, you kind of stay on it enough. If you think up the middle, which is a nice up the middle approach, it allows you to still pull the ball correctly like he did there.
Rafael looking for his first hit in the series. He's 0 for 4. It is so easy to make knee-jerk reactions, isn't it? Like dump this guy, call this guy up. It's such an easy thing to do, and it is not always a fix. Organizations take years developing and investing in players. That investment very real for guys like this. And Bayo and Campbell, those contracts, and the belief in those guys doesn't just disappear overnight. 40 at bats or 15 innings. 0-2 upstairs. You never know how a demotion, even if a guy loses his starting spot for a week or whatever, how that's going to affect his psyche and his confidence.
One of the hardest things in the game early in the season.
Shot into left center field. That is way back there into the gap. That's going to carry him up against the wall. Here comes Narvaez. He is rounding. He's trying to score. He will. The throw to third, and not in time to get Cedon. And the Red Sox get on the scoreboard. It is 1-0. Cedon Rafaela with a triple.
Well, that is good to see, isn't it? Cedon coming out here, swinging the bat, getting the Sox on the board. I believe that's his first extra base hit of the year, too. And I was just about to say, it's one of the hardest things earlier in the year is you want to be patient with players until it's time to not be patient, right? Like, when is that? It's certainly not 2 weeks into the season.
Yes. Exactly right. Infield in for Romy Gonzalez. He has walked 2 times today. Red Sox trying to grab another one against Martin Perez. Looking for his 13th, his third run batted in. And the 0-1. Devers on deck.
Infield is in, nobody out. You maybe, if you're Rafaela, seeing the get through the infield with 1 out, maybe you're more aggressive. But you like to cash in. Right, you just hit a fly ball, the outfield, sac fly, 2-0. It's like, oh, that's a lot easier than sort of grinding out a few hitters right before you get it in.
Yeah. Red Sox last 5 games, 5 for 52 with runners in scoring position, but he comes through here with one. A base hit to left to chase in Cedon Rafaela, and the Red Sox are on top 2-0. Romy Gonzalez with a couple of strikes on him. Rips a single and picks up the ribby.
Who needs the mustache? All right, 1 for 1 already here, a couple of walks. And again, looks like another changeup. Now Martin starting to leave this changeup out over the middle of the plate, and he's paying the price. He did the Narvaez. Get the good pitch to hit to Rafaelis. Now location he's starting to lose. You're finding him in the middle of the plate more often. You take advantage of that here.
His second and now third time around with this part of the order. Rafi's had a tough couple of at-bats. He struck out twice. Red Sox have a stolen base today against him. And Romy Gonzalez, one of the fastest guys on the club. Bregman next. 2-0 Sox. Penn Murphy is up and working in their bullpen. It is 85 pitches here for Martin. And he's fallen behind again. Two and one.
Yeah, that long inning in the fourth. To about 24 pitches and out. Kind of see it affecting him, right? More balls down the middle of the plate. You can see the little white box. He's not hitting that as much as he did the first few innings.
Gonzalez not running. Hit hard. Scooped up into second for one. Back to first. And the double play. 2 down. Hit hard by Devers, but right at Sosa.
Another one right over the plate. Romy not sure if he's going to catch it. Really, there's nothing he can do. If he catches it, he's out. He's too far off. If it's a short hop, it's a double play.
So Bregman a hit with the bases empty. He's hit into a double play and struck out today. He's had 41 career at bats against Perez. He's yet to homer against him.
Well, you got to be a different breed to hit one out of left here today. Not only the cold, but that wind is gusting in. The only shot would be a righty hitting something down a lefty rather down the line.
The last couple of years, we have rarely come here to the south side of Chicago and seen so many fans in the stands as we're seeing today. 2-0. Rob Refsnyder next. Red Sox with a couple of runs. Narvaez starting it with a base hit. Rafaela with the triple. And Romy with the RBI single. And that's going to be ball 4. You pointed out you really have to be so patient with this guy, and the Red Sox have done that for the most part today, except for a couple of at-bats. He's walked 4.
Yeah, last couple innings. That's the second, third time around. Better contact. That may do it for Martin. He just lost location here in the 5th, and Red Sox made him pay.
Pitch count up to 91 as he will exit. Will Venable, the manager, taking the baseball away. We will take the break as well. A pitching change in Chicago, and the Red Sox have the lead 2-0. Is a leading healthcare solutions company and a trusted partner for every meaningful moment of health. You can learn more at cvshealth.com. Red Sox on the board a couple of times. They've got a base runner in Bregman. Penn Murphy out of their bullpen. We saw him last night. The right-hander missed all of last year, recovering from Tommy John. And 2 down with Refsnyder in the box. Rob hit the ball sharply first time up. He lined hard to third. He is 0 for 2. That'll dip in for a strike.
Well, we saw Murphy last night. He threw a scoreless 8th, gave up a hit, but struck out 3. See a little funky delivery, big sweeper. Fastball's only about 88, but from down there, a little deceptive, a little more giddy up on it.
Bregman with the lead. So the Red Sox knock Martin Perez out of the game. 4 2/3 innings. And Bregman is his responsibility at first base. He gave up 5 hits. Kind of lost it quickly. Three and 1 now on Rob Refsnyder. Red Sox finally breaking through. Had a couple of early opportunities, but runner taken off and it's fouled away. Bregman will retreat to first. Had him on the move on the 3-1 pitch. Two runs on 5 hits for Boston. Nothing across on 1 hit for Chicago. Red Sox trying to put a very ugly loss last night quickly in the rearview mirror. 3-2 Bregman running, a swing and a miss for strike 3. The Red Sox do get the first two, 2-0 in the middle of the 5th. Former Red Sox farmhand Chase Meidroth is 1 for 1, and he's actually 2 for 2 going back to last night. In his major league career, his family making it here from Southern California yesterday. I don't know where they found those overcoats and those gloves. In his neck of the woods in California, they don't sell them.
See if we can get this kid to take a right turn.
In the hole 0-2.
Can't get him out.
Get a great family from all reports, and they love this kid in the Sox system. He will check. They love the work ethic, the approach. Man, does he get on base?
Big inning, big shutdown inning here for Fitz. Just put up 2.
Little ground ball to short. Story has to hustle it over there and got it there. 1 man away as we check out the T-Mobile coverage cam.
First big league hit last night. He just took a little fastball away and shot it past. Tristan Casas couldn't come up with the scoop. Ruled it a hit. Had a really nice night for himself last night. Kind of reminds me of Marcelo Meyer. There's a California cool to him.
Yes.
There was no panic, no nervousness last night.
No. Looking like he's been here before.
Turned a really nice double play, too. Started it.
Lenny Sosa's 0 for 1. He has whiffed, and he'll look at the strike. Fitz got him 1-2-3 last inning, 1-2-3 in the 3rd, and 1-2-3 in the 1st. Popped up. Gonzalez moving on over, still moving, but it's off into the seats.
Well, he's doing exactly what he needs to do. You see 64 pitches, 44 of them strikes. Right? Attack this lineup. Get ahead. Again, fall behind, you make hitters look a lot better than they are when they're hitting 1-0, 2-0 all day.
Looking to get Sosa on strikes again. Fly ball, right field, Abreu. Racing for that, but into foul ground. And not a cloud in the sky in Chicago today. Temperatures in the 50s. Probably feels a little cooler than that because the wind has been whipping. Mainly in from left. 0-2, cut on and missed. He strikes him out for the second time. And 2 fast outs.
It's a good sweep. After the fastball, he showed he's kind of laid on it. So as a hitter, you got to amp it up, get it going a little quicker. Susceptible to that swing and miss.
Struck out 5 today.
9 swing and misses so far here from Fitz.
Narvaez is flied to right, 0 for 1. Serves that to the right side, and a bobble by Campbell, trying to collect it, and will not be in time. So the Red Sox have committed an error, their first of the day.
That's going to happen a little bit. Almost sat back. Take that extra half step. You get a little easier short hop. Come get it right there. And instead you sit back on it.
Wow. I'm going to tell you what, the shock here is, for the moment, they have ruled that a base hit.
No, that's not a hit. It's the major leagues. But it was just sat back a little bit. If it's hit hard, I get it. But it's, again, inexperience. You're going to live with it, with him. There's certain plays. You saw the other day, Toronto, that double play he didn't take on his own. Some decision making.
Yep.
We'll talk to him there, and it's just, you see that hop. If he takes a half a step and gets some momentum to it, he gets the easy short hop, and instead he kind of sat back and got the tougher one.
Hard to believe that was ruled a hit. But in any event, it'll bring up Taylor, who's 0 for 1. And Narvaez is aboard with their second base hit today. Taylor, their best hitter last night with 3 knocks. 2 down, a man aboard, and a strike.
I think the real important thing for Campbell is the improvement on double plays, right? It's been massive. He turns it great. But, just there's no plays to his left, plays to his right. Some decision making. It's going to come with experience.
But from where he started, like at the beginning of spring training, it's incredible.
And it's sort of like he's the guy that you're willing to live with it. It's the others that you're like, okay, everybody else tighten up around him. Now it's up to Fitz to make a pitch. Nice job coming right back and getting ahead 0-2 and getting out of the inning.
Red Sox had 2-0. 0-2 from Fitz. And lifted in the air to right field. That'll hang up high for Abreu. And that will be it. 1 hit, so they say, and 1 left. Here at Rate Field, formerly Guaranteed Rate Field. Top of the 6th inning, Red Sox in front 2-0. They've out hit Chicago 5-2. Another pitching change for the White Sox. And a Boston kid, Mike Vassell, also out of the University of Virginia. And he'll take over on the hill here against Story, Campbell, and Abreu.
We saw Mike, he was with Tampa in spring training. He was Rule 5 from the Mets. And he got traded over to here. Went to a very good high school in the Boston area, BC High.
I know you're a regular contributor.
Yeah, where my son is at. Mike spent some time with the kids in the offseason, spoke to the team, and everybody back in Boston pulling for him.
Story's had a good day, 2 for 2 with a stolen base, couple of singles. Now hitting .288. I think he's played well. When you think about the things that the Red Sox haven't done very effectively, I don't think you look at shortstop at all.
Well, he's steady. You know, when chaos has happened around him, he's made some nice plays last night, here earlier today, getting his hits.
Getting his stolen bases. He's got
6 bags.
No cut in, missed for strike 3. One away in the 6th inning in front of Campbell.
Good fastball by Vassell here. He'll run it up to 93, 94. Really likes the cutter and the changeup as well. Maybe more to left-handed hitters, but that's sink or sweep of the righties.
Christian on today, a strikeout and a walk. So he's been on base in every game in his major league career. Good way to start it. As you say, for the Red Sox, 15 games in, 147 to go. And he'll hit a high fly to center, driving back Robert, but he has room out there. 2 down.
16th game of the year. About 10% through the season. It's been inconsistent, right? Play defensively, offensively at times, but you know, unlike previous years, nobody's running away with the East. You know, a couple times the Yankees or the Rays have done it, the Orioles have done it. They've all taken off, and you're sitting there. Somebody's 12-2, 14-2, and Toronto's in first at 8-6.
Yankees 7-6, Red Sox is 7-8.
I'm sure Cora would like to see his team just put a week or two together of good baseball, right? Defense, swing the bats when needed.
Fought off by Willier, who's popped up and struck out. Of course, the Red Sox won 5 straight games after the poor start in Texas. But then a reversal of fortune when Toronto came to town. And the Red Sox lost the first 3 games before grabbing a win, and lost badly last night. So yeah, it's been so up and down.
Too many extremes.
It's so early.
Yeah, you're looking back that Texas series. Remember, he lost 2 one-run games. He lost a 2-1 game to Toronto in extra innings. He combined to go 1 for 35 with runners in scoring position in those 3 one-run games. 1 for 35. You get 2 or 3 more hits, you probably get another win or 2.
That's right. And Willier's going to take a walk here. He was called out on a close one earlier, but he'll take ball 4. Red Sox are taking their walks. And that will bring up Narvaez, who had a base hit to start a mini rally in the 5th inning. He would score on the triple by Cedon Rafaela. Cedon would score on the base hit by Romy Gonzalez. And we're at 2-0. And his cousin Omar catching right behind him. Two down, a man on. And through there for a strike with the cutter.
We had one of Vassell's first appearances in camp, Tampa Bay, and Trace Thompson hit a 3-run homer off him. Of course, Trace was hitting homers off everybody back then.
Yeah.
They had played together the year before. So talked all night about it.
Runner goes. Here's the throw down, and they're not going to get him. That's a stolen base for Wilyer Abreu. And this is where the Red Sox are at their best, right? When they can take off, steal bases, wreak havoc out there, up and down the lineup.
Yeah, and a lot of it is score related, right? When you're down 5-1, 6-1, and you want to run and create some things, it's hard. But when you're up 2-0, you can cut your athletes loose, be aggressive on the base pass, and try to add a little run here.
2 more today. The second one of the year for Wilyer. And Carlos trying to punch another single to the outfield and bring in another run. And a strike. Two down and a full count. Meanwhile, the other part of the story today has been Richard Fitz again. Another strong performance.
Trying to get his first W.
And the righties 3-2 home. And got it by him. 95 to strike him out. Red Sox will leave a man at second. Bottom half of the 6th inning in Chicago. Lou Merlone, Dave O'Brien, and Jemai Webster. Richard Fitz going back at it, gets a foul ball by Vargas to get underway. He has allowed only 2 hits. He's really been in command. Walked just 1. And he has struck out 5.
He just continues to get ahead too. Pumping the zone with strikes. Still a 2-0 game though. Got to finish it off. Bullpen's in good shape. Culverson pretty much has got everybody ready to go.
Oh-2 on the way. Alex none too pleased last night. He called the effort horrible defensively, but he said it's not time to panic. I don't know if I've ever really seen him panic. 0-2. It's a great trait in a manager.
Well, he knows. He said you try to set a standard here, and talk at the open too of where they are. First in errors, first in unearned runs, strikeouts, similar to last year. think that's frustrating for him because the expectations are different. He knows he's got a better team here, but again, as we mentioned, you're 10% through the season. You got to start turning it on and just playing better baseball.
In a lot of phases of the game. 1-2.
That didn't feel right. That was
Fitz walking off the mound now, and here comes Alex Cora. He's looking for a trainer too.
Yeah, that sweeper was way outside, and immediately, I think he was rubbing his pec. So underneath.
Take a look at that last pitch.
He right away gestured to come out with his hand to the bench. Right there. Come on out. Come on out. And then he starts reaching where that B is in his jersey.
He's coming out.
Yeah.
So Richard Fitz's day is done. An injury. But when a guy doesn't even throw a pitch after that, detested. And out he comes. Red Sox had nobody warming up, so Kelly's going to be brought in. He'll get as many as he needs. Shame there. Fitz pitching so well.
Yeah, that's. You know, and a lot of times you see guys throwing right away. It's the elbow they're worried about, or the back of the shoulder concern. This is always a concern. Reaching for that pec area, looked like. This guy's really, for 3 starts now, is giving you length, 6'6", and he's pitching into the 6th. Here again. You know, Brian Bayo, Cora, before the game said he's got 1 more left in him. Giolito's probably got another couple left in him. Something like this, speed that up. We'll see where we are next time through, but I still think you take care of those guys individually, and if you need some help, you got it down in Worcester. But never good to see a guy coming off the mound.
So Kelly warms up, and he'll get as long as he requires. Zach Kelly in the game. Richard Fitz out. We'll take the break with the Sox in front of Chicago 2-0 here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Ball on Essence brought to you by WB Mason. Request your food service catalog today at WBMason.com. And by Viva Tequila Seltzer. Grab your Viva Tequila Seltzer today at all Market Basket locations. In Chicago, in front of a big crowd for the White Sox. Red Sox in front here 2-0. Kelly on to pitch. Richard Fitz leaving moments ago because of an injury.
Well, it was an impressive 5 innings, 2 hits. He ended up getting 5 strikeouts. See the curveball, that running fastball up. Good fastball here today with location. See it all on top of the zone, getting swing and miss. And then here we go on this last pitch he threw to make it 2-2 count. Gestured quickly for the trainers to come over instead of reaching for that pec area. Had to come out of this game. Really good 5 innings, good 3 starts from Fitz. That 5 strikeouts today was a career high for Richard.
Only allowed 3 base runners while he was in the game. Unfortunately out because of injury. We'll get you an update on that as soon as we can. So the BuyForNow.com call to the bullpen. And Kelly entered the game Tuesday against Toronto in the 6th inning with 2 out and the bases loaded, and allowed a couple of inherited runners to score, and tossed a 7th inning that was scoreless and allowed a couple of runs in the 8th. Bases are empty. He inherits a 2-2 count here for Vargas. And a lunging pop up, and that'll keep on drifting out of play.
Zach plays a big role in this bullpen. You know, you start looking at guys like Chapman and Whitlock and Slayton. You know, with Liam Hendricks kind of rehabbing, Zach with his stuff, power fastball, sweeper, a massive changeup, cutter. It's a big role.
Line foul softly. Vargas with some pop in the bat. A few years ago, he was their minor league player of the year. He hit 23 home runs, batting .319. 0 for 2 today. And Kelly with 3-2. And he's going to put him on, ball 4. The second walk issued today by the Red Sox, and that'll bring up Maton.
You mentioned you're going to come in here now, right? Coming in this cold, getting loose. You say you're loose, are you? But you got to come out here and do what Richard Fitz was doing. That was fill the zone. Force these guys.
Kelly is charged with the walk there, by the way. Maton has struck out 2 times. Hope you'll join us tomorrow at 2:10. It'll be Crochet and Shane Smith. Garrett to make his 3rd start. And pop foul back out of play. 0-2. Crochet will make his 4th start tomorrow. Base runner here for Chicago. Throw down to first base, not in time. Vargas back in diving. Kelly's 1-2, and he snuck it in there to catch him looking. Maton fanning for the 3rd time in the game.
That's just guesswork, right? I mean, he's got to be guessing. Just fastball right there, 95. Had a little bit of movement, but it was always on the plate. Just watched it go right by.
Roberts 0 for 2. Last time up, line to right. He's also grounded out to third. He has flashed big power in the past. He's had a season in which he hit 38 home runs, but he has been quiet this year. 2-0. So Kelly falling behind. Robert will sting this one. A high drive right field, racing back Abreu. Back to the wall, and it is gone. And this game is tied. His first home run of the season. Now the walk proved costly, and Robert, for the first time this year, will touch them all.
That's one thing we're praising Fitz for. Getting ahead of hitters. He had one walk. He came out here and walked the leadoff guy, Vargas, with Kelly. It came in the middle of the count, but fall behind. And give him a fastball to hit, 2-0. And he drills it the other way. He said that wind's blowing in from left field. The only place he can hit this ball out is right field, and he does just that.
Brings up Vaughn, who's gone 0 for 2. Strikeout and a flyout. So we're starting over again, 2-2 in the 6th.
Ball one there with breaking balls to fall behind. You saw Fitz control this lineup, you know, at 94 to 96, just kind of attacking, getting ahead 0-1, 0-2.
He steps aside, and moments later, it is tied up. 2-0 pitch will miss.
Ooh, this is pitch selection, right? 2-0 cutter.
So the 3-0. And pumped in there for strike. 96. 1 out in the 6th inning. Robert, the big strong guy. His name has been knocked around in trade rumors for a long time. It seems like that's only a matter of time. 3-2.
Richard Fitz now 7 career starts, has thrown the ball well enough, still can't get a win.
Yeah. Outstanding again today. And that's in there for strike 3. He fans Vaughn for out number 2.
Friesen was right. Kind of wanted this thing to look down and away a little bit, but ends up coming in. This sweeper. That's right at your hip. You give up on it. Comes back, gets the inside corner.
So Palacios climb in. He's walked and grounded out today. 2-2 in the 6th. And strike 1.
There you go. Right at him, 97.
Little tapper here. Campbell will handle this one and throw him out, but Roberts strikes a 2-run homer, and we are tied up as we go to the 7th. Fielder with a swing and a miss. Underway in the 7th, 2-2. Robert blasting one the other way. He has the power to do that. He has tied the game with a home run. Cedon wraps that one through the hole, and a dive by the shortstop, but through for a single. He has his second hit today. So the Red Sox have the leadoff man on in the top of the 7th.
It's a nice start here in this inning, but more importantly, getting a guy like Cedon going, get another athlete on base. See how aggressive Cora wants to be.
Red Sox with a couple of stolen bases on the day. Romy Gonzalez has been aboard 3 times, 2 walks and a single to drive in a run. Getting a chance in the leadoff spot today, day off for Jarren Duran, and he's come through. Just an 8 for 16 start.
Not bad. Mustache, no mustache. Doesn't matter.
Got to be honest with you, first time I saw him, I did not recognize him without that mustache.
Different look.
A shocker. But it's working for him. Runner holding, and that's a ball. 2-0. Devers next. Sox looking to get back on top here in Chicago. Runner goes. Here's the throw. Opposite side of the bag, and another Red Sox stolen base. Cedon Rafaela picks it up to get to second. And a count 3-0 on Gonzalez.
That's his 3rd bag of the year. You know, last year he stole 19, just that he got thrown out 10 times. I'd like to see that number come down a little bit. But
on the green light now, 3-1.
Not going to strike anyone. But so far, Cedon 3 for 3 in stolen base attempts.
Red Sox have 23 for the season. That leads the American League. And now 3-2 on Romy.
3-2. You'd like to get contact here, right? Whatever you can do to get Cedon over to 3rd base. With 1 out for Rafi.
3-2 coming. What a difference it makes, Lou, when you have the speed throughout your lineup to steal bases.
You really do, especially when a guy like Romy's playing for Casas, right? Like Tristan's the one guy that's not going anywhere. And everybody else, well, you get them running if you can take advantage of a catcher or a pitcher.
That's the thing, taking advantage of it. They'll ground that one to third, bobbled by Vargas. He fires on and got him at first base.
Take a peek at that one.
Cedon holding at second.
Yeah, you want to take a look at that. I mean, Vaughn, did he really hold the bag on this throw? Especially Gonzalez speed down first. Did he hold the bag on this? Where's that foot? Well, we got to see that foot angle from home, maybe.
It looked off from there.
Pretty quick check from Cora.
Yeah.
I think that's off, isn't it?
I believe it is.
Well, right there. I said it's close. So maybe if they give you, probably need that shot from home because it's a tough one to see there. You'd be able to see clearly if.
Well, yeah, and you bring up that point. They ruled him out on the field, so they need evidence to support overturning it. Do they have that camera angle?
They're showing on the big screen an angle kind of from third base where it looks like that foot is off.
Yeah. Let's see what they come up with in New York.
Great job by Vaughn, to be honest with you, holding on to it. Going and getting it.
The call on the field is confirmed. The runner is out.
Oh,
Boston needs to touch out.
Wow.
And that was relatively quick. Yeah.
Cora, what'd he say?
Oh. Man. Okay.
Honestly, you would like to think they have all these angles, but maybe they just didn't have the right angle to change it.
Well, that's why I was curious as to why it was so quick to come back with a decision.
I mean, that ball's in the glove now. Is the foot off? Wow.
So confirmed he's out. And one away with Cedon at second.
Walk Raffy.
He endeavors to be put on. An intentional pass in front of Bregman. Alex today has hit into a double play, struck out, and taken ball 4.
You mentioned it leads the team in at-bats and scoring position. He's 5 for 23, 217 average. Going with a big hit here.
Well, Red Sox need a big hit from him here. 2 on and 1 out. 2-2 in the 7th. And the first one on the way. Red Sox got their 2 runs back in the 5th inning on 3 consecutive hits, 2 singles and a triple. The triple by Cedon Rafaela, who leads at second, and that's ball 2. Red Sox 6 hits and Chicago with 3. 2-0 to Bregman. And a ball. 3-0. It's his call if he wants to swing on 3-0. Ref Snyder next.
Cut it loose if you can see it.
3-1. You cut it. Rafaela at second. Devers on at first. Bregman pops it up. Into right, Palacios into foul territory. Wind taken, and he'll make the catch. Cedon will hold as the throw is cut off. And Bregman flies out. So now it falls on the shoulders of Rob Refsnyder with 2 away.
Looks like he's going to hit too against the righty. Lefty out in that bullpen waiting, but we mentioned before Duran with the day off. Cole before the game alluded to he wants him to just take a day away. Probably wouldn't use him. And Roberts early in the year 3 for 7 off righties.
Well, you've been standing for like an hour. I'm standing now.
There you go.
Sox need a big hit. And he will pop that one up back off into the stands.
Got to move around a little bit to keep warm. Hobie, you know? Big hit.
Definitely. Alex Cora did it the other day. That lit up a bit of a rally as he moved around in the dugout. 2 down, the 0-1. Red Sox have been so cold at times with runners in scoring position. Refsnyder with a count of 0-2. Wouldn't chase it. Righty's 1-2 pitch. And a high fly to right. Again, Palacios, long run. And a foul ground, couldn't reach it. And they'll do it again.
Well, not as many opportunities. They've stranded 6 so far, 1 for 5 with runners in scoring position. You've lost your challenge. It's hard to believe they didn't overturn that last call. They just maybe couldn't get the angle to see it clearly.
I guess. I thought we had some good angles that indicated that foot was off the bag. 1-2 again. And swung on and missed, strike 3. Red Sox waste another opportunity. They're going to strand 2. Bottom 7 locked up 2-2. Red Sox and White Sox. Lou Merlone, Dave O'Brien, Jemai Webster from right field. Sox stranding a couple more. That's 9 strikeouts for the Red Sox lineup today. It's about what they're averaging at this point in the game. They're averaging 10-11 per contest. Meidroth has singled and grounded out 1 for 2. He finally made an out in his major league career last time up for the first time. Called up yesterday to make his major league debut, and he walked 3 times and singled. First player to record a hit and 3 walks in his major league debut since Larry Walker did it.
Oh.
Pretty darn good player. 0-2. Chopped back to the hill. And Kelly with the underhand to get him. 1 away.
There you go. Stay right there. I came right at him. Got ahead. 0-2 with fastballs, pounding the zone, and then just kind of beat him with another one. Beth Israel Deaconess Medical Center is the official hospital of the Boston Red Sox, providing first aid at Fenway and supporting Red Sox scholars. Learn more at bidmc.org.
Lenin Sosa 0 for 2, 2 punch outs today. Red Sox took a drubbing last night here, 11-1. Much different game today. A 1-0 pitch. Sosa and then Narvaez. Kelly getting back in the count there, 2-1. Red Sox have Justin Wilson getting loose in the bullpen. Fly to right along the line. Abreu looking for room. Can't get to that. Up into the netting. So 2-2. We've not received an update yet on Richard Fitz and the reason he came out of the game. And he was pitching a beauty. Moments after he left, there was a walk and a 2-run homer, and suddenly the game was tied. And once again, threw the ball really well.
He sure did. 71% strikes from Fitz. That's what you got to do against these guys.
Got him to go. He struck him out. Sosa fans for the third time, 2 away. And Cora coming out.
Really expanded this sweeper, huh? Well, you're sitting dead red when you're swinging like that.
So it'll be Wilson to be brought in against the catcher Narvaez. The Red Sox go back to the bullpen. That's it for Zach Kelly. We will break here. 2 out, bottom of the 7th inning. Red Sox and White Sox knotted up. Veteran left-hander Justin Wilson with the bases clean to take on Narvaez in a 2-2 game. When we go to the 8th inning, the Red Sox will have due up Story, Campbell, and Abreu. As a look at the season to date on Justin, who the Red Sox got from free agency late of Cincinnati last year. He's been around a while.
7th appearance for Justin here at the Red Sox.
Career began way back in 2012 with the Pirates. He's also pitched for the Mets, the Yankees, Cincinnati.
Attacks lefties with that 94 slider and a cutter to go with it.
Two away. High fly to left center field into the sunshine for Refsnyder. And Rob makes the grab, and that's a 1-2-3 inning.
Out of market game live or on demand. Plus, stream MLB Network 24/7 for the entire season. Blackout and other restrictions apply. Visit MLB.tv for details. Dave?
Jemai, thank you very much. And on to the 8th inning we go in a 2-2 game in front of 30,423. So really, for the White Sox, a giant crowd as Jordan Leisure comes on to pitch. He'll make his 6th appearance. He's a rookie.
He's got a big arm. 96. Good slider. Big swing and miss pitch for him, but he's walked 3 in 3 2/3. Has struck out 6. We'll keep him in the zone.
It feels like the Red Sox played a lot of games like this, haven't they? Tied up to the 8th inning. Trevor Story today with 2 base hits and a strikeout. He does have another stolen base. Give him 6 of those. 2 for 3. Left field and a little bit of center. The Sun fields right now. Christian Campbell on deck. Last inning, Cedar Rafaela singled and stole second, but the Red Sox could not bring him in. Devers was intentionally walked, but Bregman flied out. Ref Snyder struck out.
Big call at first, wasn't reversed.
Now, highly suspect from what we saw, but here's the 1-2 pitch. And a swing and a miss. Down goes Story. Red Sox with their 10th K today.
Came at you again. Big arm. 96, 97. Kept it away from Trevor. Especially got a guy, you know, that slider's his strikeout pitch. Still got the fastball to get by you as well.
Campbell has whiffed, walked, and flied out to center. Hitting .320. Trying to get on in front of Wilyer Abreu. Leisure's 0-2. Didn't miss by much, but it did miss. Red Sox struck first back in the 5th inning. Chicago tied it in the 6th with a pair on a home run by Robert. Low hit game. And he will take that one.
Boy, he's taking some close pitches. That first slider off. That fastball there, but they are off. We've seen it called before, but.
And full count. And right back to the hill. Leisure grabs that. 2 up, 2 down. And the Sox 8th inning with Abreu marching toward home. Slayton loose in the bullpen for Boston. Wilyer today, a pop-up, a strikeout, and a walk and a stolen base. 3 home runs for the Red Sox right fielder on the year. Try to make it 4 right there. Came on the air talking about contact, 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 and all the strikeouts the Red Sox have piled up here early in the season. They're averaging 10, 11 a game, and they're at 10 today.
Yeah. Really the struggles. Scoring position again. Right, you're 1 for 6. And the strikeouts with guys in scoring position makes it hard.
Nobody on. Not many have reached today on either side. 2-1 pitch. And grounds that one up the middle, and that is going to squeak through for a base hit. So Williers on with 2 down. Narvaez coming up to hit. And for the Red Sox, their 7th hit on the afternoon.
Well, it's an interesting bench here for Cora, right? You get some lefties here, but Duran, he would like to stay away from, give him that full day. See Casas. Looks like he's got a helmet on in the dugout, but hasn't really been swinging it either.
Narvaez 1 for 3. He singled in the 6th inning, and then moments later, Cesar Rafaela ripped a triple to drive him in. Right after that, Romy Gonzalez singled to drive in Cesar Rafaela. The Sox took a 2-0 lead at that time. The time will be granted. Last game of the series tomorrow afternoon at 2 o'clock. Garrett Crochet on the hill for the Sox. Goes in 1-1 with a 1.45 ERA.
I'm sure it would make you feel a lot better, wouldn't it, if you pulled this one out knowing you got him going tomorrow?
Darn right. Get your ace on the mound and a chance to win the series, but you got to win this one today. And Red Sox have another base runner, but with 2 away. One and 2. And Leisure with a 1-2 to Narvaez. Evens it up. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Former Red Sox Martin Perez started today, went 4 2/3 for Chicago. Another one downstairs, now 3-2.
And now you got a shot here too to get Abreu on the move. Just hit something down the line or in a gap.
Payout pitch. Runner goes, and that's in there for strike 3. Red Sox strike out for the 11th time today, and strand 1. Presented by Sullivan Tire and Auto Service. They're celebrating 70 years in business. Richard Fitz was cruising along at 5 strikeouts. Came out of the game with an injury, though. Set on Rafaela 2 for 3 with a triple. Robert tied the game with a 2-run homer in the 6th inning. And here we sit. Justin Slate now out of the bullpen for Boston as we move to the bottom of the 8th. Michael A. Taylor, the batter, then Vargas, and then Maton.
Slayton's been really good. Had that one hiccup in Baltimore. Remember, got hit around, didn't get an out, so that ERA is what it is. But for the most part, other than that one outing, he's coming in, pounding the zone. It's a quick outs.
Taylor 0 for 2 in this one. As we toss it to Jemai for a Richard Fitz update. Jemai?
Well, Dave, he threw 76 pitches, and on that 76th pitch, he left the game, what the Red Sox are saying, with right shoulder pain. So it's something that we'll keep an eye on.
Jemai, thank you. Tagged into right field, but Abreu is right there. 1 down in the bottom of the 8th. Top of the order, Vargas next. That's vague enough to make you worry.
Yeah, but he's still poking at that front of the shoulder, right? So you're always worried when you start talking about shoulder and elbows, and when it comes to pitchers, especially a guy that's been throwing the ball really well, giving you some length, and really was cruising in this game before he came out.
Home run came after he left. Here's Vargas. He was aboard on ball 4 when Robert tagged his home run to right. Give you a look at what happened with Richard Fitz in the 6th.
Yeah, he really yanked a sweeper and right away gestured with his hand, come out, come out. So he knew something was wrong, and then he started just poking around. Yeah, he was throwing the ball real well.
And again, he has pitched now in 7 games at the big league level for the Red Sox. He's never won.
No.
And today, it was looking like the day when he had the 2-0 lead when he was forced out. Little blooper into right field. Abreu, plenty of time to move on in, and 2 down. Been a lot of outs like that for Chicago today. They've been held to 3 hits. So one of them did some damage.
Yeah, you look at that Zach outing. 1 2/3, walked the guy and only gave up 1 hit. Struck out 3, but both of them were costly. What about pitch leverage from him? You saw when he got ahead, he can expand and he's tough to hit.
Maton has gone 0 for 3 strikeouts. But Robert lurking behind him. We are in the bottom of the 8th inning in Chicago. Rolls over on this. Gonzalez will feed the pitcher. And that's all. 3 up and 3 down here in the 8th inning. one at third, handled by Vargas. And on one pitch, one out in the Red Sox ninth. Cedon 2 for 4 today with a triple. Top of the order, Romy Gonzalez now. Romy's been on base 3 times with 2 walks and a base hit that drove in a run.
You come into this game, bullpen is fresh and ready to go, and you find yourself in another 2-2 game in the ninth. You'd love to get one across the board here and then hand it to that man right there. Looks like he's going to come in no matter what, which is always interesting if it's a tie game in the ninth.
1-0, wrapped to third again, backing up Vargas with the throw. In time, 2 up, 2 down. Raffy next.
It's interesting because, if you don't score a run here, it looks like they're going to make a change. You're bringing in Chapman to close it out to get to extras. And then you start with guys on second. It's almost like that strikeout thrower in the 10th inning, right? To punch some guys out so they don't score. But it is going to be Robert Vaughn. I don't know if Cora wants to mess around with the power in that order with anybody else.
Well, they're bringing a southpaw to take on Raffy Devers with the bases empty here in the ninth. We'll take the break. Back to Chicago. More in a moment.
This episode of the Ultimate Red Sox Show, as we bring you all the best plays of the weekend. More tune in tomorrow at 12:30 only on NESN, streaming on NESN 360.
Tyler Gilbert, the lefty, to take on Raffy Devers with 2 down in the Red Sox ninth. Gilbert, a guy who 4 years ago as a starter for Arizona pitched a no-hitter against San Diego. Now working out of the bullpen for the White Sox. Raffy with a shot out to right field, but that hangs, and Palacio will make the play. That is all for the Red Sox in the ninth. The game presented by New England Chevy Dealers. Together, let's drive.
The reason why we're tied up. Fastball under half. Luis Robert, his first of the year. There was a man on 2-2. Strong man hitting it out here today, as you mentioned. That wind blowing in strong from left field. Really, the only spot you can leave the yard is right.
Well, he's a bona fide home run hitter, so this will be a fascinating matchup with Aroldis Chapman, who's been terrific for the Red Sox. 7-time All-Star. 2-2, bottom of the 9th inning, and here we go. And it was Robert's first home run of the year. He's 1 for 3. Shatters the bat and fouls it away. Most of the bat winds up still in his hand, but the rest of that out near Alex Bregman.
You know, Chapman early in camp walked a few guys in his first few appearances, and part of it was he said that told Cora that he wasn't used to the way the fastball was being called, because the Red Sox catchers were asking him to fastball in, fastball away. And he has never had a catcher do that for him.
In other words, tell him position where you want to throw him.
They just put down one, throw it. And he's never been asked to locate it. He just rears back and throws it. When you got 103, you can do it.
0-2 to Robert. 101 on the gun. Robert, Vaughn, Palacios. That's 3-4-5 for Chicago here in the 9th. 2-2.
That splitter with the slider to go with it. Again, Chapman's got a couple of saves. He's also 2-0. Start looking at that pen, you still think you have Whitlock available. Remember, if you get out of this inning, we're going to extras. You got the ghost runner on second.
Chapman with a 2-2. Inside. He's run it full.
Cora not happy about that call. I think Narvaez is as well. Had a few words with Paul Clemens.
3-2. Down low, and he did not commit on the swing, so it's ball 4. So the leadoff man is aboard in the bottom of the 9th inning for Chicago, in front of Andrew Vaughn, who is hitless in the series and on the day 0 for 2 strikeouts.
They don't run much, but that guy does. He's got 5 bags on the year. Chapman's got that big leg kick too. Keep an eye on him.
Vaughn torches that one, but foul. Four-seamer 96. Red Sox have held Chicago to 3 hits all day. Robert the runner not going. 0-2.
Nice job by Chapman controlling it, right? First pitch was a little slide step quick. That one there, he held it for a long time. Keeping base runners at first is a lot more than just having a catcher throwing the baseball. Pitcher's responsibility as well.
Robert takes off, and it's popped up foul territory near the Red Sox dugout and off into the stands. So he was taken off. 2 strikes on Vaughn. Narvaez behind the plate. Chapman with a 2-strike pitch. Runner holds this time, and he got him. Went upstairs at 100 miles an hour to strike out Vaughn. 1 away.
Reared back and beat him. Kind of just climbing the ladder. It's where you want it. At 100.
Baldwin is going to come off the bench to hit for Palacios. So Bailey is out with a scouting report on him. 1 man out, 1 man on. Red Sox trying to get this game to extra innings.
We got Bregman, Refschneider, and Story.
Red Sox, by the way, 2-1 so far in extra inning games.
Devers, I guess, would be the ghost runner. You wonder if it's Hamilton, or do you waste it there just to try to get the run? I don't think you waste him there.
And Chapman trying to make sure that decision is made. Robert on. Baldwin the batter. Bunning, and he fouls it off for strike 1. So trying to surprise the Sox a little bit there. And 0-1 on Baldwin. Brooks a switch hitter. Oh, 1. Did he get him picked? He's back in. Robert getting back in. There was a slight hesitation there.
Had him leaning. Had him leaning too. Oh wait, credit for Romy catching 100. Lets it go over there too.
It's a good sign. He's the Red Sox #3 catcher. And it takes off again, swing and a miss, but no throw down. And Robert is into second. 0-2 on Baldwin.
It wasn't the greatest jump in the world either. It was almost like a delay. Look, he's leaning back to first when he decided to take off. Just no throw.
2 strikes on the pinch hitter. Chase Meidroth on deck.
Setting up for some drama.
2-2, bottom of the 9th with 1 down. Chapman looking to hold. 100 again, but inside 1-2. Crowd of 30,000 here today. 30,423. 1-2 and a bullet into left field. That's going to keep on bouncing and rolling all the way to the wall. Here comes the run. Robert will score. And for the 2nd consecutive day, the White Sox beat the Red Sox here in Chicago. 3-2 the final.
He went to the split. Got off the fastball. Tough loss here for the Red Sox, and again, you out-hit him. You left 9 guys on base, 1 for 6. Not as many opportunities as you've seen before, but this was a game here. It felt like you had under control here for at least 5-6 innings.
And then Fitz with the injury, the home run, and now Baldwin comes off the bench and tears into that. Robert had the big stolen base after the walk. And the Red Sox lose again to the Chicago White Sox, who had lost 8 consecutive games coming into this series, 121 times last year. And the Red Sox have a lot of things they need to figure out here as they drop this one 3-2. Stay with us. WB Mason Extra Innings Live coming your way. TC and Jim break down the key moments in the loss to the White Sox. That and more coming up after the break.